Hey everybody, welcome to HDpiano. My name is Kale, and in today's lesson we're going over Tired by Alan Walker and Gavin James. In this part 1 video we'll be covering the intro and the verse to the song. Here's how those sound. And there you have it, that's the intro and the verse. Now before we jump into this lesson, I've got a question for everybody tuning in out there. Out of all the things that could possibly make you tired, what makes you the most tired? Comment below with your answer, we'd love to see what you guys have to say. Okay, so we're starting off with the intro, which is pretty easy. We're basically just playing chords for the entire bar with both hands. So we're going to start with a B minor chord. That's a B with our thumb in the left hand, and in the right hand we have a B with our thumb, a D with our pointer finger, and an F sharp with our ring finger. So we'll hold that out for one whole bar. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then after that, we're going to move down to a G major chord. So a G with our pointer finger in the left hand, and in the right hand, we have a G with our thumb, a B with our pointer or middle, and a D with our ring finger or pinky, depending on whatever is most comfortable. So B minor for a bar, and G for a bar. And then we have a D major for a bar. So we have a D with a pinky in our left hand, and in the right hand, we have an F sharp with our thumb, an A with our pointer, and a D with our pinky. And another whole bar there, and then we're going to move to an A major chord. So we have an A with your thumb in the left hand, and in the right hand we have an E with our thumb, an A with our pointer, and a C sharp with our ring finger. So far we have B minor, to G, to D major, to A major. And then we're basically going to repeat these chords with a couple small differences. So one small difference is that when we go back to this B minor here, we're going to play a different voicing of it, a different layout of fingers. We're going to be playing the same note in our left hand, a B with our thumb, but in the right hand we play an F sharp with our thumb, a B with our middle finger, and a D with our pinky. Then after that we move to our normal G major, our normal D major, and our normal A major chord. And then we're going to wait one whole bar, so count a full 1, 2, 3, 4, and then our actual verse part comes in. So let's recap the intro real quick. We have B minor, G, D, A, and then a different B minor, and then back to G, and then D, and then A, and then we wait a full bar. And this is where things get a bit trickier. So we're going to start by playing a B on every quarter note in our left hand for the verse part. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And in our right hand, we're going to play an 8th note rhythm. So if you don't know what those are, no worries. We're going to break it down for you real quick. Here's how the 8th note rhythm is going to sound. So we just talked about quarter notes, which are our basic unit of rhythmic measurement. A quarter note gets 1 hit per beat. So if you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, quarter notes sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's what our left hand is going to be playing. Then 8th notes take that a step further. 8th notes get 2 hits to a beat. So if you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 8th notes sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so to count 8th notes, we have to add an extra syllable, so we count like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So we're not going to play all 8th notes in this song, but we are going to use that 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and system to break down the rhythm here. So in our right hand, we're going to have our middle finger on B up here, and we're going to hold that into beat 2. So 1, 2. Then on the and of beat 2, we're going to play a D with our pinky. So 1, 2, and. 1, 2, and. Then after that, on the and of beat 3, we're going to play an A with our pointer finger. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Now combine that with our left hand and it'll sound like this. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Okay, then after that, we're going to move down to a G in our left hand. So let's play a G with our ring finger. And again, every beat. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And in the right hand, we're going to play 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So we're going to have our thumb on G, our pointer finger on A, and our pinky on D. And we're going to play that on 1 and then A on 2, and then D on the and of beat 2. So 1 and 2 and. And then we're also going to do that on the and of beat 3, so 3 and 4 and as well. 4 and. So basically we're doing the same thing twice, once on 1 and 2 and again on 3 and 4 and. And combined with our left hand, it'll sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So all in all, the first two bars are 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Great job so far. So now we're going to move to D in our left hand with our thumb. And we're going to do the same rhythm that we started this section with, but with slightly different notes. So we're going to start with our pointer finger on A in the right hand. So 1, and then we're going to hold that out into beat 2, and on the and of beat 2, we're going to play a D with our pinky. So 1, 2, and. And then finally on the and of 3, we're going to move back to A with our pointer. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. Then after that, we're going to move down to A with our middle finger. And we're going to play every single beat in the left hand, just like we did before. And in the right hand, we're going to play 1 and, another A with our pointer. So 1 and. Then after that, we're going to play a D with our ring finger. So 1 and 2 and. And then finally, on beat 3, we're going to wait, and on the and of 3, we'll play an A with our thumb, so 3 and. And then in the right hand, on beat 4, we're going to play 4 and. So our pinky on E and our ring finger on D. That'll sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And that basically sums up our entire verse part. So to recap, we have B minor, and then G major, and then D major, and then A major. Now this is going to happen twice here, and the second time around, but only on the first verse. So it's a little confusing, but the second time through the verse part, on the first verse, once we get to G, we're not going to play the first two notes. So we're going to skip the first time around. We'll just play 1 and 2 and jump right in on the and of 2 with a D. And then after that, we continue on just like we did before. So it'll sound like this. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. Otherwise, everything is exactly the same the second time around. So let's try this verse part really slowly together, starting from the intro actually, and then we'll move into the verse slowly, and then you'll have learned the entire first part of the song. So let's start on our intro part with our B minor chord. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And break a bar 3 verse. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. And 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. And 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. And 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and there you go! You've learned the intro and the verse to Tired by Alan Walker and Gavin James. Head over to HDpiano.com to tackle the remaining sections, and while you're here, please subscribe, like, and drop us a comment. Check us out on all social media too at HDpiano. See you over at HDpiano.com, home of the hybrid piano lesson.